How y'all doing? It's Judge Lynn. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I haven't been as consistent as I should be, so I'm trying to get back in the swing of things. I have been dealing with some chop. Just my week has just been choppy. You know, got a lot of turbulence in the air. You know, yesterday I was so distraught. I looked at my son. He was across the room, and I said, "Boy, I need a hug." He said, "Okay." And we started to approach each other. And in the middle of the approach, I saw something he did in the kitchen that I told him not to do. Then I started fussing at him about it. And I was like, "Why would you do that? I just took it, that. And then I'm standing there, and we finally get together. And I'm saying, "No, let's just put that away, blah, blah, blah." He looked down at me and said, "Still want that hug?" We both fell out laughing. I love his sense of humor. His sense of, I just love his sense of humor. He thought it was funny. I thought it was funny, and I did still need the hug, and he did hug me. So, I wanted to. Did I say thank you to Lindsay? If I didn't, thank you, Lindsay. That was very sweet. Uh, oh, I want to talk about the scroll and compare dilemma. Uh, a young lady wrote me feeling inadequate because, she's doing all the right things, working and a mom and taking care of this and that, but she looks at the internet and sees, everybody got 12 businesses, an entrepreneur, multiple streams of income, which is wonderful. All of that is wonderful. I'm a big believer in all of that. But she felt like there was a lot she was not doing, and it was bothering her and it was stressing her. And all I want to say is this: when you compare yourself to others, or you look at other people's lives, you know all this about your life. You know this much about theirs. And let me tell you what, they didn't put the ugly part on there. They didn't put the slow part. They didn't put the part where they didn't get anywhere in there. They put the big shiny thing on it, then they put a filter on it and said, "Look at me." So first of all, you have to realize that you're taking in small quantities of somebody else's success while you're looking at all the entire ups and downs, highs and lows, messies and of your own life. They've got them too. They just ain't telling you. That's number one. Number two, comparing yourself. I think, well, I don't know what that's about, but when you compare, even when you compare yourself to other people and you compare yourself and you feel better than they do, I think it's just like it's a slow suicide of your spirit. How am I doing vis-a-vis this other human being? I've been watching elephants lately. And they get excited when a new elephant comes, and it's never, I don't know. I don't know why I got into that. But I have been watching elephants lately because I am trying to change in the middle of my chop. I'm trying to create some calm. And elephants are very cool. Elephants are very funny, and they're very calm. And I don't know how I got distracted by the elephants. But all I'm saying is, we're doing verses, we're doing popping the balloons, we're doing all of this, and it diminishes us all. You know, you're, you know, that's all I'm saying. What you should do is figure out what it is you want to do. I got to figure out what I want to do now. I'm sitting in a vat of purposelessness. I don't even have kids to watch. I don't know what I'm about to do. I mean, I'm writing and doing all that kind of stuff, but you have to decide how you want to live, you know? You want to, what kind of work-life balance do you want? What do you want for your children? How you want them to be raised physically, spiritually, emotionally? What kind of things do you enjoy doing? What kind of things do you want to show your children? You know what I mean? I had this one lady very early on in divorce court. She was teaching her kids about, you got to go out and get this and the Gucci this, then Gucci that. I said, you know what? You're teaching them to hold out their hand and shut down their hearts. You're going to grow up with kids who will never be able to leave the house because, number one, they won't have no money because you've taught them that everything has to be expensive for it to be any good. And I knew, I knew what she did for a living, so I knew she couldn't afford it. But yet again, I am on a tangent. All I'm saying is, everybody, you live your life the way you want to live it. And don't remember with all of the scrolling. I have to stop scrolling too, but because, again, that leads to purposelessness. Although, I know y'all gonna think I'm ridiculous for this. Sometimes getting low and gritty with it is a meaningful and freeing experience. Yesterday, it was 100 degrees outside. I had on a sweatshirt and a sweatpants, and I had a big trash bag and some little bags. Now, I have a decent house. Not a huge house, a decent house. And I have a fair amount of property all around the home. You've seen it. My not lush lawn. I don't know who told me my lawn wasn't lush, and he was right. And then some other dude told me my house didn't look good, and he was right too. That was Thomas. I remember you. I ain't mad. But anyway, out of all that land, like I'm on a plantation or something, but out of all that lawn and gravel all the way around, these dogs poop on my patio in a straight line that goes under my bedroom door and to the end. That's the only places they poop. And the guy that does my lawn hasn't been here for a while, and I let it go too long, and I said, you know what? That's ridiculous. I'm going to get out there and clean that poop. So I'm in sweats, 100-degree heat, earphones on, listening to Whitney Houston's I'm Your Baby Tonight. Doing the most unglamorous thing you could. But I had on these, what do you call them? Leggings that I would never be caught in public in. And I had but it had the pocket for the phone. So you could, and I got my work playlist. It's got, I got work to do on it. Isley Brothers. And what else has it got on it? Well, anyway, and I picked up a whole lot of poop. I went in the house, took a shower, and I felt like I had done something. Isn't that odd? I'm never going to let it get that way again. But I really thought it was every week. I thought it was coming. Never came. And I was like, well, what is this? And then somebody else is supposed to be keeping on it, but did not. So I went out there and I did some work. And that's what I think I might be missing. That physical activity. I used to play tennis like, Have you seen, is it Taylor Townsend? Oh, I just love watching her play. with U.S. Open. Osaka beat her, but, right? No, that was golf. I'm sorry. Anyway, and I used to just till I'm sweaty and exhausted. And I think there's value in being sweaty and exhausted so you can get in the shower and recover. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to get out of here before I say something weird. The word for the day is mundane. Mundane is all right. Mundane is better than crisis. Mundane is better than just not here. Mundane. Underrated. Thank you very much. Please be kind to others.